welcome to State, I'm Quentin Dempster in Sydney. Shifting ground. That's the story from Camp Bentley in New South Wales' Northern Rivers after an extraordinary week for anti-gas activists. The gas exploration licence near Lismore was suspended just days before a large police eviction action was planned. But the bigger story could be the wide-scale review of licence compliance on mineral and gas projects across the state. Philippa McDonald talked to two farmers fighting against major exploration.
It's been a week for people power.
Congratulations. In this case, I've got to say, from what I'm told by my department, McGasco has not met some of those conditions of the licence, and as a result, they don't go ahead. All I can say is what today shows is that the processes that the Baird government has put in place, that I'm putting in place, are open, they're transparent, and quite frankly, they are there to ensure that there are no deals done in back rooms anymore.
In the Northern Rivers near Lismore, protesters are claiming a win for the moment.
It certainly means for us in the coming days that we're not going to be lined up against 900 riot squad police from all over New South Wales. So we're very happy about that, but it is only a suspension.
The Office of Coal Seam Gas has suspended McGasco's exploration licence on the grounds that it failed to comply with a condition of its exploration licence. It didn't consult with the local community.
This is a victory for people and victory for people power. All these people have all contributed and made this a campaign which has forced this government of New South Wales to listen.
The word from the new Energy Minister is that he's set up a new compliance unit which is reassessing mining and gas exploration leases across the state. In the state's northwest near Moree, the Blatchfords are preparing to plant their winter wheat crop. This rich black soil is some of the most productive and valuable land in the nation. It's dryland farming made possible by the water deep underground.
We're totally reliant on the Great Artesian Basin where we live. Our property is covered entirely by the Great Artesian Basin, and we're also a critical recharge for the Great Artesian Basin.
That vital aquifer wasn't taken into account when a coal seam gas exploration licence was snared by a start-up called Leichhardt Resources.
We use the water for recreation.
And Penny Blatchford's farm is just one of 100 captured by the lease. What work has Leichhardt Resources done in this area to support its exploration licence?
Very early in the licence, they did do a small amount of seismic survey work along public roads, but apart from that, nothing else has been achieved.
In 4 years?
In 4 years, no.
We're talking about a company who has one director, who the company is 100 shares, all of $1 each. That one director owns 90 of those shares, and then the other 10 shares are held by a company by the name of Law Lords, and the same sole director of Leichhardt Resources is the same sole director of that other 10% shareholdings.
The one director of Leichhardt Resources is Simon Tolhurst. The Brisbane-based solicitor and partner in law firm HWL Ebsworth has a specialty in dispute resolution and strategic litigation.
We've had no contact with Leichhardt Resources at all, and there certainly hasn't been any community consultation since Planet Gas exited New South Wales.
Leichhardt Resources has declined to comment to 7:30 New South Wales. Its partner, Planet Gas Limited, was to have developed the exploration site but dropped out of New South Wales last year, saying it wished to focus on the Cooper Basin in South Australia. In a letter to the government from Leichhardt Resources obtained under Freedom of Information, the company says it's faced significant delays in its exploration work because of popular opposition to coal seam gas exploration. The company says community groups have been active and mobile, spreading alarmist misinformation about the impact of coal seam gas exploration. In a letter to a senior resources bureaucrat, Leichhardt Resources says it's spent close to $2 million on its leases, and Leichhardt Resources accused action groups of going so far as to provide falsified information to the New South Wales Parliament and the media of publishing inaccurate and inflammatory reports on its operation.
I don't believe at any time with our particular action group that we have been alarmist or given any information to the public or to the government that is nothing but factual.
The government has now asked Leichhardt Resources to show cause as to why its licence should not be cancelled. In the meantime, the Environmental Defender's Office has written to the Energy Minister detailing alleged evidence of numerous failures by Leichhardt Resources to comply with its exploration licence.
The law has the requirements that anybody who is holding a petroleum exploration licence has to show they have the financial security behind the operation, they have the technical expertise and capacity, as well as the experience to be dealing with these large-based natural resource extraction industries.
What am I doing about Leichhardt Resources? I am doing nothing more than ensuring my department carries out a full audit on licences and applications across New South Wales.
In the Southern Highlands, Leichhardt Resources also has a CSG exploration licence over Peter Martin's property and many more in his district, as well as the Shoalhaven. And this former petroleum executive also has another fight on his hands: coal mining exploration in the region. To his horror, he says Hume Coal, a Korean-backed consortium, came knocking, wanting to drill 90 holes near his home.
The community is basically very agitated, and obviously the landowners here are suffering from a lot of anxiety and concern, because this is like a black cloud that hangs over the district. No one can sell their properties, property values have plummeted, people are very concerned.
A community-funded groundwater study suggested the loss of billions of litres of bore water if mining goes ahead.
They take every drop of water from every farmer. There wouldn't be a drop of water for any other use in the entire Nepean 1 area.
This week, the compliance unit agreed and blocked Hume Coal's proposal.
They've come down here. We've had a meeting with a couple of the top officials. We were impressed. We think they're serious. They're also arm's length to a certain extent from the department itself, because part of what they do will be critical of the department's activities.
Industry is watching carefully. The New South Wales Minerals Council says most mining projects are uncontroversial and with landowner consent. And energy body ARPIA says the Bentley decision has set a dangerous precedent in New South Wales.
If they breach, then they should have the full force of the law come down on them. And if that means cancelling a licence, well, so be it.
That was Philippa McDonald reporting from New South Wales. It's been hailed the most significant program of its type in the world. Operation New Start puts at-risk teenagers on an